We are Steve and Jill.
Together, we've been buying and reselling land since the 90s.
Our data-centric approach leaves our buyers asking, how can you sell it so cheap?
Here on the Land Academy Show,
We answer that and more. I'm Steve and Jack Butala.
And I'm Jill DeWit, and this is the Land Academy Show.
This is episode number 2099. All week this week, Jill and I are talking about how we are scheduled to earn $2.5 million next year in 2025 by buying and selling real estate. We're going to share exactly how our plan is to do it. It's not the first time we've done it at all. In fact, it's relatively consistent. So I've broken it down, as always, into 5 daily short episodes. And we will do the best that we can to kind of share the secret sauce, what makes us different. To I think a lot of people who are doing this now, and maybe to some degree, there's many Land Academy members that are doing this, making much more money than this, but this is just for whatever reason where our sweet spot is, financially and from a workload wise and all of that. If we all sat down and said, we need to make $10 million this year, we could do it. Mm-hmm. It would just be a lot more work, and I'm not sure. I'm not sure my business partner. Not sure my business partner is up for that.
No. I am and I'm not. Does that make sense? Like, I like doing less deals and bigger deals. That's just kind of where we land.
They're easier.
Yeah.
Anyway, today's Monday, and we're going to start the week off with how we identify and data test markets that are conducive to flipping real estate. Each day on the show, we answer a question from our Land Academy member Discord forum and take a deep dive into land-related topics by popular requests.
Okay, Chris and Chris, I know these two, wrote, "Hey everyone, just wondering if others have experienced sending a mailer and getting 0 responses when they are delivered. I trust the overall process. I'm just trying to gauge if this is unique, common, seasonal, or something else. We did triple check our mailers," this is my first thought here too, "even after sending to make sure our contact information was correct, just to eliminate the possibility of operator error. Any feedback is appreciated. Fun fact, within 15 minutes of post," there we go. So that was their first thing. And then they came back and put another little thing in here. Oops. Fun fact, within 15 minutes of posting this, we got our first call. So I know the mail has hit. That said, I'm still curious about other experiences. It's so soon. That happens to everyone.
It takes 2 weeks.
Every one of us. Well, and then they get it. Sometimes they sit on it. There's usually a handful that's originally like, it hit because they're mad right away kind of thing. Here they come. But then it takes a little time. And I'm gonna argue that, maybe the holidays, maybe they're not even sure you're open. I'm serious. There's places that I wouldn't call, like, well, it's, Saturday before New Year's. Maybe I don't call them because they're probably not there. We are here. Like, we answer those calls. And if you have Pat Live, they will answer those calls. But, the sellers may not know that. So
yeah, here's a normal course of a mailer. You get it out, and between 10 and 14 days, you will receive, like these people did, these guys, that first call. And it usually is about 3 days of expressing anger, especially if we call it the hate.
First wave.
Yeah, the first wave. So that's how you priced the mailer correctly and everything's great. The second wave will be some people saying, I talked about it with my husband, and we do really want to sell, but I'm not sure that this price I can get him. I don't think he's going to sign off on the price, some version of that. And then the third wave is signed offers and people calling and saying, what's the next step? Let's get this thing done. Hopefully at the price that you identified. This is a very timely question because on Tuesday, Jill's going to talk about, Tuesday or Wednesday is going to talk about managing the inflow of a massive inflow of sellers if you do everything right in the mailer, and how to sift through, the secret sauce to sifting through these sellers, a lot of them, and seeing which ones who are real, they're for real. Do I want to buy the property? Things like that. So
there's a fourth wave. Can I talk about that too? There's a fourth wave, which happens after six months have passed. And then there's even a fifth wave, which, we've experienced because I just had one the other day. We have decades of mailers that have gone out, seriously, that many years we've been doing this. I get still people that, hey, my parents passed, I found your letter, do you still want this property? And it was over 10 years since we mailed that area. I'm like, wow, maybe. What do you have?
So these guys posted this in our Discord channel, the Land Academy member Discord channel. And one of the things that really struck me, the responses, it got a lot of response. This is a pretty hot topic this week. Mm-hmm. And one of the things that somebody said, his name's Aaron, and he's pretty active in the channel and super bright guy, said, it's possible. This is right in between the 15-minute posting.
Oh, okay.
It's possible, and depending on where you sent the mail, potentially likely that you sent mail to what he described as a desensitized market. This is not something that I have ever experienced. And it's a direct result of the sign of the times. There are so many people out there now who have joined Land Academy, peeled off, and started their own Land Academy type education entity who have no real experience compared to us. And so they're sending out, there's a lot of what I call one-off mailers. Mm-hmm. As people join, they send one mailer, they're not fully educated or into it.
Yeah.
And so it tends to desensitize the market. One of those markets is North Carolina. North Carolina comes off as just the shining star of the red, green, yellow test, which I'll talk about here in a second. And so it's overmailed and people are kind of desensitized. When that happens, you can make this work for you. Please retain this. In a market that's heavily mailed or desensitized, and this goes for houses too, the people are, they're apathetic and they're over receiving offers on their land or their house or houses until they need to sell it. And if you happen to be the person who sent them the last mailer, the last offer on their property, they're going to pick up the phone and call it. Right. So there's desensitized, and there's maybe all those offers warmed that person up to the fact that now they're ready to sell. Mm-hmm. So the moral of the story is here, and this is what we do. This is a secret sauce deal. We talk about this all the time, not so, amongst us ourselves, not so much on the show here. Send a lot of mail out. That they're going to grab that offer, and if something happened the day earlier, somebody lost their job or having a life event, they're going to call you. Jill's again going to talk about this on Wednesday, I think. If you're the person who's answering the phone and you're amazing at speaking with them, meeting them from where they're coming, they're going to call you back. They're going to do the deal with you.
Exactly.
Make it work for you, is my point. Today's topic, how we identify and data test markets that are conducive to flipping real estate.
I want to pop in here for a moment and just say, this is one of the things that over the years, people have come to us and said, thank you. Because what we're talking about here is not, we don't tell you where to mail. We show you, this is what Jack's going to talk about today, what triggers and what things we look at, what's important, and how to really pick an area all over the country for yourself. And that's one of the beautiful things that still happens in Land Academy. We still sit down in our weekly Thursday member calls, and now and then there's someone I'm like, God, I've never even heard of that county. It's the greatest thing on the planet. So I just wanted to kudos to you. And that's one of the things that you have done very well over the years, is just really sat back and said, this is what would pique my interest, and this is how I would test it, and this is how I confirm that. That's what we're talking about today. So you can go off, find your own little part of the country, your own little corner of the world, basically, and quietly kill it.
Yep.
Like a lot of people in Land Academy are doing.
Exactly.
That's for me the most important piece here. It's not, hey, let's all hit North Carolina, because that's just stupid, or Tennessee or Texas, fill in the blank, wherever we're all going right now. It was Florida for a while. You need to know what really looks for and even now it's even more important. I know you're watching little dips and peaks in the market. You're like, oh, now I can see what might be coming to that area, and I might be ready for it. So thank you.
People on the internet will say anything. They will make statements that are obscene and ridiculous, even when it comes to buying and selling real estate, to get you to click on their crap. True. Jill and I started this company a long time ago, Land Academy anyway, and we don't do that. We're not going to stoop to that level, and consequently, our group is nice and small, just how we like it. And so,
And smart.
if somebody is jumping up and down saying this is how you do it, just because they joined Land Academy 3 months ago and started their own group, and saying you should mail North Carolina, I just bought and sold a property and made 10 grand, run the other way. People don't talk about, including Jill and I, exactly where to send mail. What we do talk about is here, and what I'm going to talk about right now. Identifying markets and then testing those markets that make sure you can flip real estate and make some money. I devised a long time ago, just like everything in Land Academy, a system that had no name. It was just something that I did to test the market. It's known now as a red, green, yellow test. But in the end, what happens is you take a look at 3 or 4 or a handful, let's say, of statistics that identify a market as a place where property gets sold pretty quickly. There's less property that's being listed on the multiple listing service than there is being sold. So there's always this entropy type push to get property cycled through the market. And when you find a market that's got real low days on market, that's an indication that property sells pretty quickly. There are new lists to sold. There's a lot of properties that are being sold, or more properties being sold that are listed, and a few other statistics. You have a pretty good idea from a data standpoint that might be a good place to buy land and or houses. And the only way you can effectively test this is to look at the relative market. So if you take one zip code and you test it, it's pretty meaningless unless you test all the zip codes around it. So that's what I want you to do, even if you're just practicing. Pull the data from Realtor.com, the research area of Realtor.com. You can pull the entire country, all 26,000 zip codes, and look at what's happened in those markets in the most recent months. And you're going to very clearly see, if you're a Land Academy member, you already know this. I spent a whole module in the Land Academy education on how to test markets.
I want to pause here for a moment and just tell you, this is scary the first time you're looking at this data. He's just flippantly talking about data. Let's just go. And you're like, okay, I did what he said. I went to Realtor. I went to the data section. I downloaded all the zip codes. I'm like, holy cow, I just got, 1.8 million lines of data. What are you doing?
It's literally a million lines of data.
There we go. Like, you have to, I just want to say, this is no, he skips. He's like, oh, it's just so easy. You just sort it and do that. All right, if you're not really into it, please get someone that is, or spend some time and prepare yourself. I want to have a little truth time and say, this is not a small thing the way he's talking about it. And this is why he's so smart. And this is why we are so successful, because he sits and looks at that, million lines of data and knows how to make sense of it. So,
or you can do what Jill did and just
just find him.
Sleep with your business partner.
It's easy. You don't have to sleep with him. Pay him well.
No, I think you should sleep with them.
Well, yeah, but what if it's
maybe you like it, maybe you don't. It's up to you, but just test for a reason.
You don't have to go there. But it is cheaper. I will say that. It's maybe
faster and cheaper, and she didn't have to learn
potentially.
She didn't have to learn any of this stuff.
Potentially, yes. Well, I like to think you also bring something to the table.
That's what I mean. Test it for a reason. You might like it, you might not.
Well, not in that department. I mean, as far as the business is
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh. Thanks. Don't be a wet noodle in any situation. In whatever you're thinking, it applies to that.
Listen, it's not daunting.
Yeah.
If you have the right personality for it.
But that's why I want to prepare people, because people will sit down and do this and go, I just broke my computer. And by the way, don't do it on a Mac.
If it's daunting to you, you have two choices.
Yeah.
Get a partner, like Jill said, find somebody who can do it on Fiverr, or if it's not daunting to you, that's the reason we have so many engineers in STEM-related professions, people that are in those professions in our group.
Yeah.
Because they're data people. I would argue, and Jill, we can talk about this on Wednesday, It's easier to hire a Jill than it is a Jack, but who knows?
If you grew up like Jack taught our kids with an Excel spreadsheet as your chore chart, you'll do just fine.
That's right.
Yeah.
Is there another way?
I know. No, there is. Exactly. You'll do great.
Join us tomorrow. It's Tuesday, and we're going to talk about how we execute a weekly mailer schedule to ensure a healthy acquisition pipeline. You want every day, you want to be reviewing new acquisition candidates. You are not alone in your real estate ambition. We are Jack and Jill. Information
and inspiration
to buy undervalued property.
We hope you find our content valuable and we appreciate your support. If you have not already, please check out our channel and hit the subscribe button.
And your comments and suggestions help us to create the content you're here for. Hitting the like button helps to support our channel's algorithm and gauge your interest for future shows.